Okay, I'm going to prove that white people are not human at all. I mean, they're not human, period, And, it's pretty fucked up is the system that we live in. It's, it is run by white people because that's why they call themselves founders. That's why they call themselves founders, if you wonder, because everywhere I go, there's a white person. The one I deal with my car was white. The owner of the people at DMV, the people are white. Except for the lower end people. And then like the taxes. Then they is white. And it's like everything. Everything. Even the history in America, it's white history. And I wonder, you know, our intelligence. Our intelligence is dumbed down by you know, by whitewashing. We are so whitewashed. It's crazy how bad that we are so whitewashed, especially here in America. America, we are so badly whitewashed and we're so dumbed down. You know, and it's funny that whitewashing, you have no intelligence at all when you're whitewashed. You don't have intelligence because if you notice that when the white person tried to put you down, they always use the education against you. I did a video on this before. So America, America is fucking dumbed down. Fucking ignorant people. It's like Thanksgiving, right? You talk about the history, the history that there was genocide here, and then this white guy told me my mishmash brain, doesn't. He thinks I'm an idiot because I have mishmash brain. This is the white guy, white truck driver, that said this to me, And it's funny. I told the guy, I said, "You don't know your history, don't you? I mean, you must. I guess you didn't graduate high school. I told him that. I told him you didn't graduate high school, and he shut his fucking mouth quick. When you say that, you use the education thing against these people. You know, because everything about this reality is so fucking backwards. And the way people it's like white people don't want us to remember the past, especially here in America. They do not want us to remember the past. They want us to totally ignore, especially down here in the South. It's still here, you know. It's like, for instance, my car registration for my Camaro, and then if I don't register it, I get a $400 fine. You tell me what's wrong with that picture. If I don't register my car, I get a $400 fine. And then and then when you're, and there's always something for sale, and then I always see a face of a white person on the fucking, on everything. I mean, it's like we're so assimilated. We're so assimilated to white. And I found out, this one guy I looked up one time. They said, what's his name? I forgot what his name is. He's a white guy, and he has he has what's his name? He knows this blue race, from another planet, and the blue race broke us humans down on who's the smartest to the dumbest, And yeah, and they are observing us and everything, and they said the white race is the most inferior race on this planet, you know, and the black people are higher, and then it went white for inferior, and then black, and then Asian, and then red, and then green, you know. Now I'm assuming green is the reptilians, you know, or the green humans. You know, they used to have green humans on here. What happened to them? What happened to the green humans? You know, or either it's a human or reptilian. You know, but it's like the white. We have to obey. We have to be dominated by a race that only cares about greed and consumption. You know, and you think, what's wrong with this? You know, and you look at everything in life, and you see who controls you and everywhere you go, and then you go to banks, you know, owned by white people, and you go to fucking businesses owned by white people, and it's like everything, you know. And there's so, and I feel like I feel like a dumbass, you know, listening to white people, you know. I mean, listening to white people just makes me feel like I can't stand how corrupt and greedy they are, you know. They are corrupt and greedy in this reality, especially here in America, you know. All they care about is destruction and greed. That's it. That's all they care about is destruction and greed, you know, and consumption, you know. And why are we assimilated to this shit, you know? Why are we assimilated to this? You know, that's why I always have to question that all the time. It's like, why am I assimilated to it? Why am I like a white person? You know, why do I have to be like a white person? You know, why can't I be like the black person? Or why can't I be like the Native American? I want to be like the Native American, to be honest. I'd rather be the Native American, you know? I'd rather follow the Native American versus the white person, you know? The white person, you know, white person has bad reputation, and they cover up shit, and they make up lies and all that shit. You know, the honest person I would rather go be with is a Native American. At least they're honest, you know? But it's the greed and corruption that's passed on to us, you know, like genetics, you know, which I don't want it part of me whatsoever, you know. I don't want it part of me, you know. And I'm just sick of this shit, you know, how dumbed down whitewashing is. Whitewashing dumb us down. I'm being totally blunt. Whitewashing dumbs us down, and you wonder, and you find it's funny about history. You have to go look it up yourself. You have to go find somebody, you know, like the natives that have their own history. You have to go to the natives and learn the real truth about the history. You know, I'm sick of the lies. You know, I'm sick of the fucking lies. I'm sick of hiding for these fucking people. You know, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry I had to say that, but it's the fucking truth, and I'm sick of it. You know, I'm sick of living by their standards of life. You know, why should I live by their standards of life? Because they make everybody's lives miserable. You know, and all the races are whitewashed, are assimilated to this. You know. And then interbreeding with them, you know, you understand about interbreeding with them, you know, and you wonder, are we really smart? You know, are we really smart? Because we're not. We're not even intelligent, you know? It's like we're being submitted to this bullshit. You know, I feel like I'm being submitted to this. And I can't. It's like when I listen to a white person talk, and then they say, "Oh, it'll always be this way. It'll always be that way." You got suffering is good, suffering is that. Fuck all that bullshit, you know? Fuck all that bullshit, you know? I'm just tired of this lies. You know, I'm sick of lies. You know, I just like my whitewash education made me a fucking dumbass, you know? Listening to these stupid idiots. You know, now I realize how much of idiots they are. And the more I see right through their fucking asses, it fucking, it's ridiculous. You know? I worked my ass off. You know, I work my ass, and these people don't give a fuck. They're not human. They don't want to be human. They want to be robots and work our ass off till there's nothing left. You know? They want to make our lives misery. They want to suck the life out of us by finding us. You know, finding us for bullshit. You know, finding us for look any excuse to make somebody a criminal in their greed. And you guys fucking tolerate this shit? Now I understand why black people don't like white people. Now I understand why. Because they just fucking... They just want to make it hard. They just want to make life hard. You know? There's no equality in this fucking world. There's no intelligence in this world. There's no fucking... It's just stress. You know, that's all they do is create fucking stress for everyone on this fucking planet, you know? To be honest, you know, you have to be honest to say this shit. If you don't be honest, then stop living the fucking lie, you know? You're just living a lie and covering up bullshit for these people, you know? You're covering up bullshit for these people. I'm tired of all this shit, you know?